Well, back with us now is Senator Mike Braun. Senator, it's good to see you again. Okay, so you push for legislation requiring the president to declassify U.S. intelligence linked to the pandemic in China. Should there be a 9/11 commission like Senator Roger Marshall calls? Because you may have seen, you probably saw CBS is reporting China's Wuhan labs double billed the NIH and USAID out of tens of millions of dollars, that there could be millions of taxpayer dollars stolen by China's labs here. What do you make of this story?
I think Senator Marshall's onto something, but here's where we're at on that unanimous bill that says release all the information we have in different agencies that's classified. That went through the House 419 to 0. We passed it 2 years ago unanimously in the Senate, did it again. They never thought that would come back to bite them. So they're in recess till the 22nd, I believe. There'll be some action because that's going to go to the president's desk with every Democrat on it. He'll either have to sign it, which he better. He can let it pass into legislation without a signature. I don't think there's any way he can veto it. This cat is finally going to be out of the bag. And yes, then you hear about this. It's insult on top of injury. You get double billed by the Wuhan lab. Liz, there's so much stuff that we need to bring to the light to where we can see it. Who knows what we'll find? I think the more we get into it, we're going to see how nasty a lot of this stuff was, and it's about time.
You know, what happened if the president, vetoes the bill to declassify?
I think that would say, hey, we are fighting 419 in the House. It would be overridden. You'd have to override that veto, and I don't think he'll do that. I don't even think he'll let it pass into legislation without signing it. But they're squirming over there for sure because they've been apologists. They've been behind this from the get-go, and now finally it's going to come to the surface.
Wow, that'd be quite a development. Senator, we'd like your reaction to this. You know, we've been reporting about how Dr. Fauci has been denying funding the creation of super virus labs, saying that, the NIH doesn't do that. He's really angry over Elon Musk and others demanding he be prosecuted for things like perjury. You're going to see that. You're going to see Diane Cutler. She's a federal investigator who looked into China's double billing and the potential theft of U.S. taxpayer funds for China's labs. Watch this.
And we've seen Elon Musk tweet that his pronouns, he's the owner of Twitter, that his pronouns are prosecute Fauci.
Prosecute me for what? What are they talking about? I mean, I wish I could figure out what the heck they were talking about. You are entirely and completely incorrect that the NIH has not ever and does not now fund gain-of-function research in the Wuhan Institute.
The NIH clearly funded research there that was gain of function.
Is it likely that American tax dollars funded the gain of function research that created this virus?
I think it did, not only from NIH, but from the State Department, USAID, and from DOD.
What I found so far is evidence that points to double billing, potential theft of government funds. It is concerning, especially since it involves data and research.
To that?
It's open. I don't care how sanctimonious you are, and I'm on the committee, Health, Education, Labor, Pensions, where we listened to Fauci, we asked him questions, been on every side of the issue. It's going to come out as, and I think it's going to be fireworks because there's going to be so much that we're going to find out that was not the case. And look at the $1 billion we spent, taking his guidance and buying into every bit of it.
Do you feel...
Stay tuned.
Do you feel like he's hiding something?
I do. I think that whenever you take that attitude, like, I can't be wrong, there's so much contradictory information. And regardless, we need to get needs to be fully vetted. This information needs to come out, and let's find out for ourselves. Then let him defend himself.
Got it. Senator Braun, a pleasure having you back on, sir. It's good to see you again.
My pleasure.